There's just no better way to start than a nervous shake of the water. And I'm just exhausted. I genuinely had to go and like reapply cream to my face and have a couple of sips of water just to re-energize myself to do this review, because I am so exhausted. I feel like that game, and I don't know how it felt at the stadium, if you went watching at home, for us on the watch along, I felt like they were actually extracting energy out of me. Like I felt like I was getting older as I watched the game. Like I felt like I was like aging, like really declining in my life. It's just, guys, I'm really tired. Really tired of this team. Now, it's great to see the last minute winner. This is where you can talk about fatigue, because it's obvious. And we had many different segments of that game that we got to discuss. First of all, off the bat, just happy to go through. You know me, regardless of the situation, always want to win. Don't care about what an L could lead to, ramifications. No, every game I want to win. So that game there, I want us to win, obviously, to go through to the next round to try and win the FA Cup. Like I said, it's not likely. It's not, it's not something that I'm expecting after what happened at the weekend, but we need to be in it to win it, have a ticket in the raffle. So we need to go through, and we know we've got Leicester at home, another high-flying championship team. We're expected to win that. Next thing you know, you're at Wembley again, and as long as the PTSD doesn't kick in, who knows, we could actually maybe, right the wrongs. So absolutely relieved with the win. It's hard for me to have a dopamine with the late winner like I usually would, because I was just so exhausted for watching the whole game. And really feeling like we could have actually lost it, because Leeds were really getting better in the second half. They were improving. They were getting themselves back into the game, keeping the ball, bopping it about. And we were leggy. This is where you can say the team was tired. I can fully understand you now if you say the team was tired. Not after a full week having to prepare for Liverpool, but after just playing 180. And it was obvious. I mean, at the end of the game, Caicedo just literally just collapsed. I hope that man's okay, because he's been run ragged. And this is why on the preview, I left him out. People are like, why are you leaving out Caicedo? Because if Caicedo there's a couple of positions that if certain players get injured, we don't have cover. If Caicedo gets injured, we don't have a defensive-minded midfielder left in the squad. If Chilwell gets injured, we don't have another left back in the squad. If Jackson gets injured, we don't have another striker in the squad. Washington not on the bench again today. I have no idea why he can't be on the bench. We paid 20 million for this player from Santos to be in the under-21s. It makes no sense. He's not on a good loan. He's not participating in the first team. He's not coming on in games like this. I don't know what was the point of making this signing. So for me, they're positions you have to protect, you have to look after, because if we lose those guys, then the team is really going to be imbalanced. So, but it was obvious the 180 from Wembley was kicking our ass. This team had no energy. In the second half, they came out, honestly, like they didn't want to be there. We were just getting run ragged. Leeds were creating chances and whatnot. And it's a disappointment that we couldn't finish the game in a different way, because after the first half, after conceding, and Disasi plays it probably into a dangerous area for Caicedo, which he probably shouldn't. You should look around who's around Caicedo, have their awareness, and just lump it, slump it. Sanchez kicking the ball into touch, clearly rusty today. Not a great way to come back. I'm sure Petrovic will come in next game. The way we go 1-0 down in 10 minutes, you're shitting yourself as a Chelsea fan, because you're thinking we're tired. We're depleted, we're mentally fatigued, we're physically fatigued, we're against Leeds, who Leeds rotated today. Leeds didn't play Somerville, Nononto, Bamford, the first choice double pivot. Leeds rotated because they prioritised the championship and the game on the weekend, because they're trying to get automatic promotion. So we went in against a rotated Leeds. So there's a cap off to how much credit and how much stock you can take from performance, because A, it's Leeds, B, it's a rotated Leeds, but C, we also are fatigued, so we're not at our best either. So it's a weird game. But to go 1-0 down in 10 minutes was, I wouldn't say I'm shocked, but I'm certainly scared. And then you got to respond. And we did. I thought first half, after we conceded, was probably our best period of the game, right? It was. We were getting into our rhythm. We're creating chances. The goals are good quality. Jackson's finish is wonderful. It's a wonderful pass from Caicedo. He gets an assist. Second goal, great cutback from Sterling. He gets an assist. Mudryk, lovely finish as well. I thought Mudryk was probably our most inspiring player, I would say, in the first half. The most dangerous player, the player that looked like he had something to prove. You know, he hasn't played much. He hasn't started any games of late. So he's trying to get himself back into the side. He's playing in the number 10 position, which I've not seen him in, but he was actually, you know, he was a handful for them. But again, it's Leeds, so I don't want to take it too far, but it was promising from him. Gusto, bit loosey-goosey on the right flank, some loose touches again. Again, I think people are tired. I really do think people are mentally and physically tired. So I will give them that. But yeah, 2-1 up. You deserve it. Credit for the comeback. You've managed to get yourself back into a respectful position, and now we're moving. The ball's moving again, and we're on a roll now to try and get ourselves into a prominent position. Now, even when you're tired, the best thing you can do if you're tired is to keep the ball. If you're tired, you don't want to be chasing the ball. You don't want to be chasing shadows, which is what we were doing in the second half. You don't want to let them back into the game because we almost went to extra time, which would have made you even more tired. The best way to manage a game if you guys are tired is to keep the ball. And I still, for the life of me, can't understand why we struggle to keep the ball. We have Enzo Fernandez. We have Caicedo. These are technically secure players. I just don't get why we struggle to keep possession. It's weird. Chelsea really struggled to keep the ball. Like, to take the sting out of a game and really make a team suffer and make them chase and make them exude energy and make them run. We know that it wasn't going to be a blitz today. It was always going to be a tough game. It was, even with the rotations out, it really honestly didn't surprise me. I just wish we could have kept the ball better in that second half because the amount of pressure we put on ourselves was just too close for comfort, because you can't lose this game. Everybody knows that coming in, whether you're tired, whether you're energetic, whether you're hungry, whether you got a stomach bug, whether it doesn't matter. You cannot lose this game, and we risked losing that game. We really cut it close. We really cut it fine. But thankfully, Gallagher, with a great assist again, Enzo carrying the ball, passing and, you know, pushing it into him. Great turn, comes off the bench, makes an impact, gets his goal. The substitutions today they just felt like it just balancing out everybody's minutes, everybody's game time, taking off tired players and replacing them with players that haven't started, so hopefully they have energy, like Palmer and Gallagher and Chilwell, to try and, you know, level out the playing field in terms of the energy. It didn't feel like any sub was particularly, you know, purposeful for any particular, you know, poignant reason or anything. You know, it just felt like every single sub was, okay, he's dead, get him off, let's get him in. Now, one area of the pitch we continuously leave is midfield. We don't make subs in midfield because we don't have midfielders. Now, in my preview, I had Chalobah in DM. He was obviously a centre-back today. We can't play Caicedo and Enzo for 90 minutes every single game until the end of the season if Lavia and Okechukwu don't come back. We can't do it. So we do need to find out how or who is going to come in here, even if it's for the last 10 minutes of matches, and give one of those guys respite, because Caicedo's collapsing now. Like, it's only a matter of time before one of these guys get injured, probably Caicedo, and then you are going to be forced to find a solution. So whilst you have them available, find a solution for this pivot in terms of protection, in terms of giving it a bit of respite, because I can see it already. I can see into the future. I can see something is coming in this pivot and it ain't looking good. So we need to do something here, because full 90 after 120, I'm telling you, bruv, something cooking up there and it ain't tasting nice. So we move, right? We got our win. I'm not going to get, I don't have the energy, right? You don't have the energy. We don't have the energy for too much. I said in the watch along, I'm not going to be getting into this player, that player, this player. I'm looking at the collective and I'm just kicking the can down the road to the next game. I'm exhausted. You're exhausted. It's been an awful couple of days. So much this, that, the third. Let's just take a breath. We won. It wasn't pretty. We go into the next round against Leicester. Hopefully by the time we get to that game, we can actually participate in the match in a fuller, more complete way. I think that reschedules our Arsenal game as well now. Let's just draw a line in the sand and just go to the next game. I don't need to talk about the bigger picture right now with the manager. Look, we know what is probably going to happen. I don't even care today. We just won and we move, right? We just enjoy the fact that we won and we just move. Enjoy it as much as you can, right? I'm not going to tell you to go crazy over a win at home to Leeds, but I don't know. Do whatever you want. Enjoy how you can. Let's just move on. I don't really want to go into specifics too much today. I don't really feel like it's necessary or it's worth it. We were exhausted. We played about a bit. We got a bit fortunate. We move. So yeah, 3-2 win. Happy for the goal scorers. Whoever can take confidence from that, good for you. And yeah, in a bit. But make sure you smash up the likes. Make sure you subscribe. In a bit, people. Peace.